Understand decimal rounding is our next activity, and this one is one of the more tricky ones in the activity on your choice board. The directions say drag the cards to create a number that matches these rules. The number ends in the hundredths place, so that means I'm going to have a number point, two numbers after, because that's where the hundredths place is. 2 is the nearest one when rounding. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this for now. Right now, I satisfy this first condition. The number ends in the hundredths place because I have a number, point, two numbers after. However, 2 is not the nearest one when rounding. So if I'm rounding to 2, I know that I'm going to have a 1 over here. Now, if I have 1.47, $1.47, let's pretend, is that number closer to $1 or closer to $2? And we know that it's going to be closer to $1. So 2 is the nearest one when rounding. We have not yet satisfied. The only option I have left is to flip these two. So now I have 1.74. Think of $1.74. Is that closer to $1 or closer to $2? And we know that it's going to be closer to $2. So we are good now. This one's tricky because you have to kind of be able to move multiple things in your head at one time. Okay, which two of the following numbers round to 752.3 if we're rounding to the nearest tenth? So the first place to the right of the decimal. Let me see. Choose two answers. That tells me I'm going to have to pick two options. 752.32. I'm going to check this 2 and see if that rounds it to a 0.3 or if it bumps it up to 0.4. If it's 4 or below, just don't go. If it's 5 or above, give it a shove. Well, this is 4 or below, so I'm good with this one. 752.27. So I'm looking to see if this 2 is going to stay a 2 or change to a 3 based on the number to the right. If it's 4 or below, just don't go. If it's 5 or above, give it a shove. This number is 5 or above, so that means this 2 would change up. It would round up to a 3. And just to double check here, it looks like we have our two answer options, which is fantastic, but we'll double check the last one. 752.36. So I'm going to see if this 3 stays a 3 or if it's going to round up to a 4 based on the number to the right. If it's 4 or below, just don't go. If it's 5 or above, give it a shove. The 6 is above 5, so that means that the 3 would change to a 4, meaning it would not round to 752.3. So we've got our two answers, and that is lovely. All right, so we've done one of these before. You guys will do great. If you don't like this activity, there are other ones that you can pick on your choice board that you can do instead.